Recording is
between
on.
is between is in the sectionality about communication and technology, because we understand this is a new part of the challenge for the black people around the world, the all diaspora, and we work with this. And I want to say thank you for have us, and thank Abu, thank you, Sister Janice. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Thank
you, my
you, sis.
sister. Thank you too much. I think the discussion that the sister Sanis introduced is a central point in the media, in the journalists. Me myself here in Spain, we have the Asociación de Periodistas Negros, Black Media Association, Africans Association, but the discussion about what is the role we has, they never did. People talk about project, about event, but what the role of we has, the role we has as when Marcus Garvey launched the Negro War, he know the role that the media has in the global. When Malcolm X bring Muhammad's speech, and Kwame Nkrumah bring another newspaper, and now the sister in Brazil have an association of the journalists. Sister Sanisa have another one. There was a sister in Jamaica, Sister Kaba, and others. What is the role we play? We are just journalists because we like media, or we have a special we set paradigm or special program to do. That is a discussion that we must face in terms of the Pan-African media. One of the great leader of the journalists is the brother Fidel Juez, is the dean of the Malcolm Garvey University. She always say that we must to face the role we have. I think the conference of Sister Sanis is very important point because she is the first time that she went through the deep question on discussion. What is the role of black journalists, black media, black TV, African radios, in terms to that narrative, Africa is wrong, Africa is bad, black people is this, black woman is that, all these things that we see in Instagram, and you see people talking in TikTok and trying to fight against this narrative. And I want to back with last question with my sister Sanis. Sister Sanis, what was your motivation to take that gatherings or that point of your kind of journalism you did? Why you take that point to be a freedom fighter journalist? Why?
Thank you, Brother Obuye. I don't even really see myself as such. I just see myself as a truth seeker,
Mm-hmm.
as someone who sees us as Africans from a position that's very different from the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt that there were so many stories that we needed to be telling and that the mainstream wasn't telling. And I wasn't hearing, the stories that I wanted to hear about our history, about the greatness of Africa, about, the wealth of Africa. All I was hearing on the mainstream were their stories of Africa being impoverished, being war torn, being disease ridden. I didn't want to hear all of that, and so because I wasn't hearing the stories that I wanted to hear,
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't even consider, I was one of the last people who would want to put their face up on social media.
Mhm.
But I thought, for our dignity, to reclaim our identity, to reclaim the beautiful history that we have, to liberate the minds of the people as Africans, I'm going to do it.
Mhm.
At that time, I was already a presenter on Pan African centered radio station. That's Galaxy Afiwi Radio. I
Mhm.
was already a presenter on that station. I was already organizing trips to Africa and bringing over many people to see the beauty of Africa. But I just felt that I wanted to be able to reach more people and share with more people the beauty of Africa, to encourage people to go to Africa and see for themselves. And today, thousands of our people, have taken up the challenge, have gone out, have visited African countries. Many have decided that they're going to relocate, in Africa. And we're liberating the minds of our people. And these are people who grew up on a very negative media diet, like I did,
Mhm.
about Africa, but refuse to believe it. Our DNA told us something very different. And so we decided we're going to go to Africa and see Africa for ourselves. And when we got there, we found people who looked like us, had the same aspirations of us, were hardworking people. We saw the beauty of Mother Nature. We saw the richness of the youth, the young people there, their creativity, the potential. We saw all of that the media refused to report. And so it was important for us to get these messages back home to our people. And, it's being aware as well of people like Marcus Messiah Garvey, our great freedom fighters. It's being aware of the heroes and the sheroes within our community and in our history. I feel that empowers us as individuals. And today, there are many more, like me, who've created their own platforms, who are doing amazing work using the social media tools that are available to them. And they're using the tools to reshape the minds of our young people, to give our young people a new education, a new perspective of us as Africans, so that they can see us as Africans, as heroes, as champions, as innovators, as creators, and you're not going to see that in the mainstream. And so there are many of us who are doing that great work and need to be celebrated for the great works they're doing. I mean, I've got a sister who I was just communicating with today. Her name is Khadija Ward, and she's created a channel called Genes of Greatness, and it's showing young Africans in cartoons that are doing amazing things, the sort of things that you're not going to see on the mainstream TV. And every parent that's got young children need to be signing up to these sorts of sites so that their children can see images of themselves as great ones, not just, as horror stories and evil ones as the mainstream media would want to portray. And so there are many like me, Brother Obuye, yourself included, who are countering the narrative and
But,
are doing.
I want to tell you something that before we finish, I want to say you something that Runoko Rashidi told me that
Yeah,
make me very happy. I want to tell you to you now. You are
yes,
very constantly, my sister. You are very constantly. You are consistent.
yeah,
Because to fight one day is easy. 1 week is easy. 1 month, 1 year, but you long time doing the same thing. Wake up, of people, wake up Africans, wake up me. And one of the things I want to tell the audience, when the Spanish government killed Africans in Barcelona, there was bombing in Badalona. It was the media of Sister Fanius who give us voice to talk about what really happened, not what the Gleaner of the País or New York Times said. When the government of Pedro Sanchez killed 96 Africans in the border, it was Sister Sanis media who come to give us voice. So you are very constantly, you are very, what else Ronoko Rasidi said that constante, you are very constant. And that is something that we as Africans we must approach. We know that there is many other people who are doing the same thing, but you do with many constancia. It's in Espanol constancia, and that is something I want to thank your vision because we
Thank you.
see that Marcus Garvey is inside you because you have this vision. So thank you,
Mm.
sister, for all this commitment and the media. You at the beginning you said that the media is the strategy how to take the people. So many
Mhm.
Africans didn't understand media yet. They believe that internet is only to give a like, me gusta, thing like this. But you teach us or teach me and other people the true role of media, black media today. Thank you, Abiyakiba.
Thank you so much for inviting me onto
Mhm.
your platform. It's been an honor to be able to address the Spanish speaking world. Thank
Okay.
you so much, Brother Obuya,
Mhm.
and to everyone that's tuned in. And stay strong and powerful. Liberation begins in the mind, it begins in our thoughts. And if every African on the continent and if every African across the diaspora would begin to know their worth, would begin to ensure that their children grew up knowing their worth, if they were to begin to see Africa as a rich continent, rich in knowledge, rich in history, rich in resources, rich in greatness, that would give us as a people the confidence that we need in order to fight for our total independence, our dignity, and to enable us and empower us to stand together as a people. Thank you so, so much. Let's take control of our narrative.
Thank you,
Uh,
Mary.
Tenamwari,
Uhuru.
Uhuru,
God bless. God bless. God, don't leave
Uhuru,
Garvey. God leave.
Garvey lives.
Don't
That's the
leave
way it is.
Garvey.
Hey,
Don't leave Mbandaka.
hey, rise up, leader Bandaka. In fact, he's going to be the guest on my show next Wednesday,
Yes.
live on YouTube.
Tell me,
So,
sister, before you go, Mbandaka
yes.
play a great role in me. What he play in you? Very quick.
Say that again, please. I didn't get that.
Mbandaka, leader Mbandaka play a great role in me, in mine.
Plays a
And
role.
what role play in you? Because I see that you are very, very connected with this spirit.
Oh, yeah. Brother Leader Bandaka is one of our community activists, leaders here in the UK.
Mhm.
He runs an organization called the Al Kabilan Revivalist Movement. That's an organization that's been around, I think, for over 40 years. They run a Saturday school. He's a very active leader within our community, very highly respected. And I am privileged to be able to host him on my YouTube channel. That's the Sister Shanice, Sister spelled with an A, Sista, Sister Shanice channel. This coming, what? This no, next week Wednesday. Next Wednesday,
I will be
and
there.
we're going to be talking about Garvey because the entire month is dedicated to Marcus Messiah Garvey. You can catch me tomorrow on my channel as well.
I will
I've
be
got
there.
Elder Echaba on that
Mm-hmm.
channel. But Leader Bandaka, someone I highly respect. He's totally sold out for us as Africans. And he spearheads initiatives in our community around Marcus Messiah Garvey, around Malcolm X. He's developed a entire womb to the tomb vision and institution for us as Africans. So a model that can be replicated in any African country, in any African community, anywhere in the world. So tune in and hear
I will
what
be
Lady
there. I
Mandaka
will
has
be
said.
there. Don't forget, my people, follow the channel of Sister Sanit. Today we spoke with Sister Sanit. She's one of the women who inspired me to do many things, to write a book for feminism, to make this struggle, and she's now in the 21st century one of the daughter of Marcus Mosiah Garvey in terms of the media journalists of going and connect with Sister Sanit in the YouTube and any one of the place radio you can touch and understand the really Galvanism in the 21st century as Sister Sanit. We don't have Negro War, but we have Sister Sanit show. Understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
that is the
Honor.
challenge. You understand? We don't have Negro War. You know, now we have a Sister Sanis. It's the continuation of Negro War. So we can globalize the experience of the African people in the media. So Sister Sanis, thank you very much to be here
Thanks for
with me. And I never stop to thank you for inspiration you give me because some people, you have the capacity to give other people inspiration, and this inspiration is still with me. So we will continue all of Spanish speaking en todos los lugares de habla española. Vamos a tener que seguir a la hermana Sanis, su programa desde Gambia está está con Alkebulan, está con Bandaka, está con Marcus Garvey. Es la experiencia en el siglo XXI. No tenemos el mundo negro, pero tenemos a Sista Sanis en el siglo XXI. Muchísimas gracias a Buekiba, a Lumandachi Nosu, Uhuru, Tengan,
Uhuru. Uhuru.
Uhuru.
Thank you, beloved. Keep up the great works.
Okay.
One love. One love.
One love.